It is 2:30, right? 2:30, it is time to get going. So you need to make a decision. If you are in an evacuation zone and you haven't evacuated, you don't have much time left. Right? We're each getting briefings. I just got off the phone with the National Hurricane Center. This storm's a big storm. Number one, it's a big storm. It's got a lot of wind. All right? We're on the wrong side. We're on the south side of the storm, which means we're going to get storm surge. Now, we're going to get somewhere between right now 6 to 10. But let's be optimistic. It's 6 and it's high tide. That means you're going to get 9 feet of storm surge. You're not going to live. You're not going to live. It's as simple as that. Maybe if you have a tall building you get in, as long as it's not an old wooden building and it doesn't fall down. So in 2018, when I was governor of Florida, Mexico Beach, they said, oh gosh, it's only going to be a Category 1. Well, it ultimately ended up a Category 5, but that was not important. What was important, even as a Category 1, they're going to have 9 feet of storm surge. They actually got more. You had buildings that just collapsed because they're old wooden buildings. They had the bottom floor gave in, right? So we want the three of us and everybody's working in the sheriff's office, emergency management, we want you to survive. We can't do anything for you if you're foolish enough to stay where you are. Now let's assume you're not in an evacuation zone. All right, you say, oh gosh, I'm glad I'm not in the evacuation zone. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to lose power. You're going to lose power. You might lose water. You could lose the sewage because one, our state is saturated. Power lines are coming down. It doesn't matter how many people beforehand are getting ready to come put the power back on. The power might be out for a week. You go, and the further out you are, if there's a lot of water, it takes longer, whether we like it or not. And the power companies, they work well. They work their butts off. They're going to have thousands of people come in here, but you're going to be without power. Now just think about that. What are you going to do without power? Your food? Is there anything else you need power for? Your phone? You need water? Yeah. So think about this. Take care of yourself. The sheriff and all the emergency responders, they want to protect you. Guess what? They can't come out in the middle of a storm. Here's what happens. People say it happened with Ian. It's happened with all these storms. People say, well, I didn't think it was going to be this bad, so can you come get me now? No. Here's what happens. If you wait, you are going to have flooding. You are going to have power lines. We're going to have tornadoes most likely. You can't get out. It's not safe. People drive into standing water, guess what? They die. So get out. Is it a pain in the butt to evacuate? It's a pain in the butt to evacuate. Go to disaster.org because you can find where there's shelters. There's shelters here in Lee County. There's shelters in Charlotte County. There's shelters in Collier County. There's shelters all around. All right? The people are nice. Right? You can take your pets. Some of them are medically needed shelters. We have everything you can imagine. So, but you've got to make a decision. So I would rather you get stuck on Alligator Alley trying to get over to Miami than get stuck on Sanibel or Fort Myers Beach and die. So I hope everybody listens. I don't want anybody to die. We lost 151 people or something like that after Ian. Nobody should die. We've already lost 25 people with Helene. Not one person should die. That responsibility is your responsibility to keep yourself and your family alive.